What's happening? What's happening? It's your boy OMD Dex 300, aka Doc Savage, the man of bronze. This is the Corner Store Podcast, episode 122, special Friday night episode. Crazy news just coming out. Now, this is unsubstantiated. I'm going to say that right off the bat. This is unsubstantiated, but it's all over the internet. Jay-Z's home. Jay-Z, yeah, Hova himself, his crib was raided tonight by the FBI. Now, these are unsubstantiated accusations. I just heard about this and I had to go online. I've been checking. I've been all over the internet trying to find, but it's a lot of affiliations out there. It's a lot of places out there that have said, I see you, Sonya. Welcome to the pod. The unsubstantiated accusations on Jay-Z now. I think the industry is under attack. The entertainment industry, as far as black people are concerned, is under major attack. Jay-Z being raided tonight or today, and like I said, these are unfounded reports that he was raided tonight, but it's all over the internet, TikTok, YouTube, saying that Jay-Z's home was raided as well by the FBI. I think that the FBI and Homeland Security was involved in the Diddy case, as far as putting all that evidence together to procure the indictment that he's under. And now they're going after Jay-Z himself. It seems like to me that now it's some type of attack, or put it to you this way: since the Harvey Weinstein arrest and also Epstein's subsequent arrest and jailing, and him also being killed in jail. And remember, a lot of people don't remember actor Kevin Spacey was summarily thrown out of Hollywood too for all of the crazy stuff that, hey, what's up, Southern girl? Welcome to the pod. Thank you for being here. Summarily thrown in out of Hollywood, and his acting career is over. This is a Academy Award winning and nominated a few times Kevin Spacey. Now, these white actors and entertainers had to really do some horrible things for them to be thrown out of Hollywood, absolutely jailed, and Weinstein's jailed, Epstein's jailed, Kevin Spacey expedited from the culture, so to speak. The black people got to realize, the black entertainers and the black moguls have to realize, you don't have that same luxury. Yes, those gentlemen that I mentioned, those white gentlemen I mentioned, were punished for their indiscretions. But you got to know there's way more people that have their skeletons, white people or white entertainers or white business people, white politicians that have skeletons in their closet that will not, I repeat, will not be speculated upon or investigated. Now there seems to be a wave of, we need to get these rich black people out of here. And I think it's gonna. I said this on my last podcast that Drake is next. Yes, he's Canadian, but they're gonna get all of these guys for some reason. Now, if they're not doing anything, there will be no reason to raise any eyebrows or even start any investigations on any of them. So there has to be something to this. I was watching a video earlier of rapper from Atlanta, Lil Scrappy. And he basically was saying on a Instagram live post that we as black people are not on the same wavelength as these white. We can't do the same things that rich white people do just because we have money. We can't. We're under a bigger microscope. We live by a different set of rules. We do. There was a comedy special that Chris Rock did some years ago. I think it was Bigger and Deffer. Maybe may have been something else. He mentioned that him, Eddie Murphy, and Mary J. Blige stayed in a neighborhood for the wealthy. And those three people are iconic in what they do. And Mary J. Blige is one of the greatest R&B, hip hop, R&B singers of all time. Several hits, platinum records. Used to be with Bad Boy. Eddie Murphy, arguably one of the greatest comics of all time. Black comics period, white or black, as well as Chris Rock. Chris Rock said, we have to do extraordinary things. We got to damn near move the planet to make the money to live where we live. But the guy next door to him, who was a white guy, was a dentist. Let that sink in. We have to do extraordinary things or come up with a product or an idea that's just, people can't live without it, which a lot of black inventors have and subsequently got their patents and projects and products stolen from them. A lot of people don't know the cell phone was invented by a brother. Video game systems were invented by a brother or a sister. I think a sister came up with the cell phone. So those people are rich by beyond no means, especially now because they stopped stealing from us. Well, not really stopped stealing from us, but we live in a day and age now. If you create something, goddamn it, you're gonna get credit for it. You're gonna get a patent for it, and you probably hopefully will be paid. But back in the day, cotton gin and all these different things, the open heart surgery, all of that, those patents and ideas and procedures were stolen by white people, and the black people that invented them never saw a dime. Hell, the dude who invented famous Amos cookies is penniless because they stole that from him. So we have to do extraordinary things to become not only wealthy in this country, but to have any kind of notoriety if you're trying to entertain or a sports figure. You live under a bigger microscope. You have to basically live a clean, life. They've said it in so many words. A lot of these politicians or business people that know athletes or know entertainers, they'll even go as far as say, well, he's a good boy. He's one of the good ones. Meaning that you stay in your place and that when you show up to speak or whatever, you do what they say and you do it the way they think you should be doing it versus having an opinion, or Colin Kaepernick getting down on your knee for the justice of people who've been killed by police. They need to get rid of you when you do things like that. They call you, back in the day, they would call you a rabble rouser. You trying to get all these black people wired up into a frenzy and let me tell you something. This is a crazy, crazy country we live in. I've said this on my podcast before. You will not ever be accepted in the United States of America. You can live alongside these people. Remember, the Constitution still states that we are not full human beings in the United States of America. That's fact. Go look it up yourself. The sad thing is, too, that for some reason, when we attain a certain status and wealth in this country, and you're hanging around, you have white friends that are wealthy. I mean, you're going to move in different circles when you get a certain amount of money. It's just facts. We seem to believe that bars us from prosecution or vitriol. We're just, look, Kanye West said it best in All Falls Down, one of his greatest hits. You might have a Mercedes-Benz, but you're still a nigga in a coupe. And that statement couldn't be more profound. I don't care what you buy. You could get a diamond-crusted fucking helicopter and fly around in it. You still gonna be a nigga in a helicopter with diamonds on it. That's not gonna change. They're not gonna treat you any better than what you are. There's videos out there of blacks who are doing very well, going to restaurants and getting treated like shit by the waitresses and waiters and different things, and have to actually make Instagram posts to point this shit out. Now, what in the hell would make them think, because of their money, that they could go and rent mansions or hotel rooms and have fuck parties and orgies. That's I hate to say this, and I don't dislike white people. We ain't got no problem with y'all. Never had. We were brought here. Our ancestors were brought here, and therefore we were born and we're still here. So any animosity we have is for what's been done to our people over hundreds of years, centuries in this country. So we should be going crazy, but we haven't done that. All we trying to do is coexist. But y'all coexistence with us comes with conditions. And I'm not willing to live under any fucking conditions. I wasn't, you motherfucker, you brought my ancestors here. How the fuck I'm gonna live under y'all? Nah, it's not happening. But I also know I have to live under the construct of what's going on, or they will come for your ass. They will come for you. Dave Chappelle on one of his specials said back in the day, I believe it was the one he did in San Francisco, and I forget the name of the theater, but it's the Fillmore Theater, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was the Fillmore Theater, but he said that he had went and spoke in front of a black college, and he was talking to the students, and that he started talking about, when you black, you know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and you got to, go to school, and you got to work hard, and you got to tap dance, man. You got to learn how to play football, something. You got to do something for these white people. Start dancing, nigga. And basically all he was trying to say with that joke was, they almost want you to be a court jester for your money. Malcolm Jamal White, the guy who used to be on Family Matters that played Urkel, recently made a post where he said his show and his character was one of the number one shows and the number one characters on TV, but he never got invited to the Emmys, not one single time. He was never nominated for best comedy, nothing, ever. But his show was number one. White people, and those were the people who would tune into that show. Black people didn't really watch Family Matters. I didn't know too many black people at all that watched Family Matters. I would peek in on that show every now and then, but I'm going to tell you right now, they love the fact that he was acting like a buffoon on that show with that Urkel character, flooding pants and being goofy. Yeah, he was a nerd. He wasn't like JJ from Good Times, but he was very close. That's what they like. They want you to act like that. That's how they want you to entertain them. Doing some goofy, stepping, fletching type of thing. That's just the facts. If you go right now, which I'm going to be doing more, I'm going to be starting to do lives out on the street and asking people questions. If you ask, and white people don't even know Africa is a continent and not a fucking country. It's a continent with several countries in it. But I go and look this up. You can Google at people being asked a question about what's the poorest country in the world. Every single one of them said Africa, not knowing that there's several countries in there. And Africa, the continent of Africa is one of the most wealthy continents on earth, and people don't even know it because they want to suppress the fact that there is a continent full of black people and they making money. They'll show you all these huts, and they'll show you the jungle, and they'll show you lions and tigers, and you think that's all the fuck is over there. Uganda, Ethiopia, Ghana, all the major cities with big ass skyscrapers, just like everywhere else on the planet. Everywhere else on the planet. Southern girl say it's true for sure. I think that's what she said. I got bad eyes. I can't see. I got the camera sitting back a little far. I can't really see all the comments. I think I'll turn my music off and go to the comments because I want to see what y'all saying. I know it's only 2 people on the live. Shout out to both of y'all. And the support that you give me is just immeasurable. I can't even tell you how much I appreciate it. But let me see what she just said. I believe she said for sure, which is basically what I said. She said that's fact. And it is fact. They want you to believe that we're nothing but spear chuckers and jungle bunnies, and we don't have the countries in Africa are not is unlivable. That's what they want you to think. They want you to think that we have nothing to offer this world, and we've done nothing but offer this world. Uh, we move pop culture, dancing, clothes. Everybody copies us. They got fucking videos of Japanese people over in Japan crip walking in groups. Crip walking has become a thing. It's more iconic than river dancing. You know why? Because the river dance fucking sucks. And like I said, I'm not here to bash white people. Y'all got y'all own thing. And just like Denzel Washington said when he was asked the question about filmmaking and why a white filmmaker couldn't make a black or couldn't direct a show. Well, Steven Spielberg did The Color Purple, and that movie summarily did not win not one. He got 13 nominations at the Academy Awards and didn't win one. I don't know if it was because a Jewish man made a black film or about a black story with black people. That may have been it. But Denzel was asked, why could certain people, white directors, not make a credible black film? Well, he answered it eloquently, just like normal, because he's a fucking genius. But what he said was, Steven Spielberg directed Schindler's List, and he's Jewish, right? And the guy was like, yeah. Martin Scorsese did Goodfellas and Casino, which is Martin Scorsese is Italian, and those are Italian films. He's like, yeah. He said it's a cultural thing. And he's absolutely right. It makes sense that the gentleman who directed Black Panther and why it was a success, that's a brother. He knew exactly what to put up there on screen. He knew exactly what to have them wear culturally. He did, because he's a brother. It's all about culture. Can a white man can a Jewish man direct Casino or a script about Italians? Of course he could. Can a black man do a movie about white Southerners? Of course he can. But when it comes to our actual stuff that we represent, culturally, it makes sense for Steven Spielberg to do Schindler's List. It makes sense for Scorsese to direct films about Italian mobsters and Italian life. It makes sense for a black director to do Fences. I just watched a movie today called Don't Blink. And it was, I didn't know this, but this movie was directed by Zoe Kravitz, Lenny Kravitz's daughter. And she's dating or married to or engaged to, I don't know if they're married or not, to Channing Tatum, the guy who starred in the movie. It was one of the craziest movies I just watched, but it was a psychotic thriller that turned out to be pretty damn good. You're probably going to be freaked out by it. I'm not going to tell you. All I'm going to say is I'll give it a 7.5 or 8 on the Corner Store television scale for movies, because it's a psychotic thriller, and under the premise is just mind-boggling once you watch it. And some women are probably going to be really, really appalled and creeped out by it, but that's neither here nor there. All I know is it's a pretty wild ass story. But a iconic black young director, actor created that art. And we have a lot to contribute to everything and every aspect of this country. And I believe that Jay-Z being rated, if true, because like I said, these are unsubstantiated reports. Obviously, once it hits the main news wire, CNN and so forth, it'll be substantiated. Somebody just said something. Do you know if Jay-Z was home? No, I don't know that. That's a great question. I don't know that. The reports that I read said that they raided his home and they were looking for evidence for something. They didn't even give a lot of specifics on it. You probably could find some stories on it on TikTok, Instagram, and so forth. To be exact, I was on Instagram earlier, and the Shade Room, reported it. Now, if the Shade Room has some news on it or some reports on it, then it probably happened. What they're looking for, I can tell you right now that the entertainment world is under scrutiny. Now, the other thing that's really that's in conjunction with this, all of these CEOs from record labels to film companies are resigning in droves. All of them are resigning. That's another creepy thing. Let me see if I can find something on TikTok real quick, because and hopefully you're gonna be able to hear this once I go there, and if I still have it. Give me 2 seconds. Let me see if it's still here. Well, this is interesting. Check this out. I think it's now it's actually only music, but it says Suge Knight claims Ben Affleck sent divorce papers to Jennifer Lopez after the FBI showed him tapes from the Diddy raid that involved Jenny from the Block. That's another thing. Jennifer Lopez, his name is being brought up over and over and over and over again in regards to all of this. They said, and this is unsubstantiated, they said that Jennifer Lopez had gun residue on her person. Maybe she was when Shine went to prison. Shine went to jail for 6 years behind that shooting. And after they came from that nightclub, this is when Diddy and her were together. She distanced herself from Diddy immediately after that. She distanced herself from Diddy immediately after that. And she started summarily dating Ben Affleck. And she went right to the white guy who had just won an Oscar for his film with his buddy, the Jason Bourne guy. I can't think of his name at the moment. I usually know all these people's names. As soon as I go live, sometimes I draw a blank on these actors, but I know who it is. And you probably, if you know Jason Bourne, Matt Damon. If you know Jason Bourne, you know Matt Damon was Jason Bourne. So she just excuse me, Southern Girl just said she just heard about that today. So these freak offs were big. They have, if you go online or TikTok or anywhere, there's a lot of videos, people posting all types of ads showing pictures of Jay-Z and Diddy at all these different parties. They keep having parties and parties and parties and parties. There's like hundreds and thousands of photos of parties and parties. Niggas drinking and toasting and drinking and partying. Jamie Foxx kind of told on himself. Oh shit! Wait till you hear this. I sent this to Sonya. You just got this video a while ago. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my God. Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboys owner, said something creepy as shit. Creepy as shit. Let me see if I can find it. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go to her with the post that I sent to her to find it. Is it still here? Oh, it looks like they might have tried to take it off. Oh, here it is. And I'll tell you what it says. Jamie Foxx was at the Dallas Cowboys training facility watching players out on the field, and Jerry Jones, the owner, made a comment about the dick size of one of his players. Listen to this. I'm not too serious.
9 3-inch 8.5 there.
And he cut his live off on that scene, dude. He said, and if you couldn't really hear that, so I'm going to go ahead and summarize it. He's sitting there listening to Jerry Jones talk about a particular rookie player they just signed. He said 5'9.5", 210 pounds or something like that. He said he had 3.5-inch hands and an 8.5-inch dick. And Jamie Foxx turned the live off after he said that. Why is this man commenting on his penis? So these damn owners are treating, this is just like the slave days when they would have a black person standing up at the auction block, butt ass naked. Butt ass naked, sizing them up. They're all pedophiles. They're all gay. They all racist. No man makes no comment on another man's private parts. Jamie Foxx should have got up and got his ass the fuck up out of there. But they're so close to these billions. If he leaves, or if he disapproves of what he just heard to Jerry Jones, that'll get around to all the other rich people that Jamie Foxx ain't one of the people that we need to be hanging with. He ain't down with the cause. This is the same Jerry Jones that was summarily photographed. Yes, oh my God. I sent that to you, Sonia. You have that video. I sent that to you. You have that video. Listen to the audio. Talking about he got an 8.5. Why is that old man looking at this man's penis? There were reports that Donald Sterling, if you ain't watched the clipped, I don't know if it's on Hulu or whatever. There was about Clippers owner Donald Sterling, played by Ed O'Neill, the actor from Married with Children. Al Bundy, he played Donald Sterling. And Donald Sterling used to bring old Jewish women into the locker room while these men was showering and trying to put their clothes on, pointing at their penis. The old women would sit next to these guys while they dressing and ask them questions. And they would made all the players so goddamn uncomfortable. What are you women doing in here? I'd have been tripping. Like, what y'all doing in here? Looking at them, sizing them up, looking at them and everything. I probably wanted to proposition them. They said one lady was so bold because they so racist. She walked in and grabbed one of the men's ass and squoze his ass cheeks and touched his penis. He was freaking out. He's a young player, so he didn't even know how to respond. And they going after Jay-Z and Diddy and some other people. Now, if Diddy had paid this $1 million to have Tupac killed, whatever the fuck's going on with him, he should be under the damn jail if that's true. And I don't put that past him, because I heard this years ago that Pac had a hit out on him when people didn't know who had put the hit out and why. $1 million to make a goddamn police officer kill somebody low key, put on some civilian clothes and get a G-ride and kill somebody. Come on now. $1 million, untaxed money, just cash you could just put in your house and pull $200-300 off it. You ain't got to tell the government you got that money if you're a police officer. I wouldn't be shocked if they bribed cops to do that. Hell, they had that damn police hit squad out there. And they said that's who the fuck, that officer they did the movie about that said that those police that were bad guys that was working for Suge Knight was the ones that killed Biggie. In retaliation to Pac being murdered. Those two boys was killed over some bullshit East Coast, West Coast shit. Nipsey Hussle was executed. This place is wild, man. And I'm here for it all. I'm here to tell all of it. I don't care if I do only have bits and pieces. You know, I don't have the whole puzzle, but it's all going to come out. Whatever you do in the dark. And believe me, there will be a reckoning. I've said this shit. There will be a motherfucking reckoning. Everything that you do in this world going to come back. And the more dastardly it is, the more your reckoning's going to be like, you're going to be like, damn. I'm telling you, I can guarantee you now, the epiphany is hitting Puffy that he's finna be in jail for a good while, going to court in the blues. He's not gonna get to where they might show him some leniency and bring him a suit, one of his suits to wear to court, so he don't be standing in there with them county blues on. But if I know anything about the white court system or the white judicial system and this white laws, they're gonna try their best to keep that boy in them county blues. And believe me, when the jury sees that, they are going to automatically say he's guilty when you see him that way with his hair all nappy and him looking terrible. They're going to believe that he's guilty right away. What did the Southern girl just say? The jail he's in New York is a dangerous place. You better fucking believe it is. And that ain't even Rikers Island where he is. That's not even Rikers Island. That's the Brooklyn Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York. Backed up toilets, big ass rats, 2-inch fucking 2-inch mattresses, no pillow, 3x5. It ain't even about 6x10. It's a 3x5 cell. Just enough room to walk back and forth a couple times. How the mighty have fallen. Guess who's next? This really gonna kill you. There's a bunch of preachers out there. T.D. Jakes, he's on their hit list. T.D. Jakes, them people that stop going to that man church. That man is begging people to come to that church. There's a few people that still believe in him that go there, but it sure ain't full like it used to be. You think Joel Osteen gonna get caught for the shit that he be doing behind closed doors? I don't think so. That other one, that crazy one with the crazy eyes that everybody say is down with Satan, and I believe that. I forget his old name, that weird ass old some bitch. I can't think of his name to save my life right now. But he told that reporter that asked him, "Do you think all people are demons?" You better not say that. You better don't you say that, and I dare you to say it again or something like that. Man looked like the devil jumped right in his ass. And he got crazy. And then he says, I live not by principalities. Man, the devil know the Bible backwards and forwards. These people is evil, incarnate. Is Diddy evil? No. Diddy is a victim of his own fetishes and all his immoralities and deviancies. That's what he is. He's a victim of that. And the devil just was tickling his fancy. All them bastards to get up there and say, thank God for this ward. And what God are we talking about? It's not the God that we all, the real people worship. That, have I been immoral in my life? Yes, I have. I've done some deviant things. Not crazy deviant things, no pedophilic ass shit like that. But I've, got out and you know what I'm saying? I hate to admit that, I done had like a couple females to get all that stupid shit. You experimenting, when you're growing up. I was in Germany when I was in the military, and sometimes you just your inhibitions, but I ain't never did nothing out of character. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, doing something real retarded. You know what I'm saying? But I've stole before. Out of necessity, and I've stolen out of just being mad at somebody, you know what I'm saying? But all of those things come back, man. I've had a rough go of things, because when you do negative shit, negative shit gonna happen to you. I know that now. I truly know that now. I mean, I probably always knew it, but never really gave it its due. But the remains that even the Bible speaks of this, and I don't want to make this a biblical podcast. I'm just letting you know where I stand when it comes to shit like that. The Bible says you speak negatively, that's what's going to come back. Negative talk going to come back. You do negative things, that's what's going to come back. You do good things, you speak good, you put positivity out there, that's what's going to come back. That's just how it works. Those who believe in energy and chakras and the moon and the stars, they'll tell you that stuff too. They'll be like, oh, you just, Mars is affecting you, and Venus is moving in the wrong place, and the moon is blocking something. They'll say it's all about energy and motion. But to be honest with you, the bottom line is do the right motherfucking thing and the right things will come to you. That's pretty much it. Stay above board as best you can. That's what the only thing suggestion I can make to anybody. To anybody, the best you can do is do the best you can to stay in the good graces of not only yourself and your own dignity and morality, but the man upstairs. Look to him for everything. If you look to him for everything, now I don't know who blessed all these people with the money they have. Only person I can, or only entity I can assume blessed them was the negative guy, was the dark side of things. Because God not gonna give you all that shit for you to become more deviant than you are. He's not gonna feed into your deviancy. He's gonna bless you to have things in order to put that out there good in the world, help somebody. But tragically, what happens is people will get wealthy, especially our people, and it'll open up a can of worms of what they really got going on in their minds and their hearts. Sex, usually the way that he's been portrayed as using it, is like a power tool. It's a thing of power. It ain't had nothing to do about pleasure. I'm sure he was getting pleasure out of it, but it was more about control of people. It was about control. It was about him being able to say, I bone that nigga in his butt. There's a rumor out there that he got caught. Diddy got caught putting his thing inside of Reginald Bell Johnson, that dude who played the father on Family Matters. That rumor is out there. What got walked in on and he was boning that old man. Now, why would he do that? Obviously, he can't have no pleasure in that. I guess he did, but that's about control and power. These people looked at him as some type of person that could help them achieve more in the business. Yeah, that's out there. I see she just said, what? Yes, Reginald. Go look up the video. You could Google it. You could go to YouTube and that's all out there. Yes. The Albie Shore and the Christopher Williams accusations of bullshit. They were saying that did Albie Shore and he did Christopher Williams. That's all been unsubstantiated. But the Reginald Bell Johnson, these look, a lot of this shit is alleged. A lot of it is alleged. Diddy being indicted and the evidence they supposedly got. We don't know about the evidence. Obviously, the only people that know is the federal prosecutors and you know the people that are going through that evidence. And if Jay-Z did get raided tonight, they're looking for something on him. Maybe it's a whole new case they're trying to bring on him or whatever. All I know is this. Whatever rumors have been floating around there and the things the dude's been doing, like getting caught beating Cassie's ass in a hotel, that has started the scrutiny against you, bro. People have been talking shit about how you've been treating people for years. Years. You've stolen from your artists. You've done some real dirty shit. Even if none of this stuff is true, the reason why it's happening because you've done some fucked up shit to people. And that's just it. Same thing with Jay. They say Jay is one of the most arrogantest motherfuckers. His charisma has carried him. Hell, Jim Jones, the nigga who killed 600 of his people in his church, he had charisma coming out of his fucking ears, or them people would have never followed him. That you use the gifts that God has given you for evil, whether it's singing, putting people together, whatever your gift is, your 5 talents or your talents that the Bible speaks of, you have to use them to help people. Not only make yourself a success in the world, but you got to take that and help people, man, not hurt them. And that's all you do. Weinstein in jail, he hurt women. He's an ugly, grotesque man that could have had a woman really like him. Even He's already rich. You could have just had a regular relationship. You could have went and bought hookers, anything. But instead, because of the power you had to cast people in movies, you decide to tell them to come to your hotel rooms or these different places 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and rub your fucking dick for a part. What? Why do that? Why the fuck do that? Why do that? Why? It's about power. That's all it's ever been about. It's about power and control and saying that I have this ability to make you a star. Suck my dick. That's what it's about. Jerry Jones saying something about his player's penis leads me to believe that Jerry Jones is a low-key fag. No disrespect to gays at all. Gays are very, very powerful people, and I mean that in the sense of they got enough gumption to tell the world that's what I am. Even though the world is more accepting of homosexuality than it's ever had been. You got to have a lot of balls to have been gay in the 80s and 70s when it was taboo. And I mean outwardly gay, because most people were on the DL back then. You know what I'm saying? If they were. But the people that just said, fuck it, that's what I am, back then, took a lot of guts to be that. Took a lot of guts. These people like Jerry Jones and all them who have all these closet-ass wants of men, them motherfuckers are some bitches. They got millions of dollars to have little houses tucked away or little villas on islands having these juice parties. You motherfuckers is pieces of shit. Just come out. You rich. Tell the world. Your wives and all that. You bringing all that fucking shit home. Kim Coles probably wanted. Kim Coles is dead. That's Diddy's ex-wife. Dead. A lot of people think that Diddy had her kid. Man, let me tell you, man, you fucking made a bed for yourself, bro, over the years. And all these videos of yourself, like, I can do what I want to do, and doing all this yelling. I'm the best, nigga, and all this stuff. That shit is not going to help you, bro. They got all, that's evidence, man. Your lawyer said, oh, that's circumstantial. He just tired. I mean, he can't be in a video saying to the world he's the best. No, nigga, not like that. They're going to use that against you, bro, because you power tripping. That's why I had to do a show tonight. I'm like, Jay-Z rated now? Dr. Umar Johnson's out there mad as fuck because he think they're attacking black wealth and black entrepreneurs and black this. Even if that's the case, doctor, they have to have something to fuck them legs to stand on to be able to indict you. Can they indict you and put you in jail if you didn't do anything? Of course they can. You'll eventually get out, and you know, and your credibility will be fucked, and they might be trying to do that now. But I'm telling you, this situation right here with the Diddy thing, he fucking did some shit. That's why they got legs to stand on this. They may be grasping at stones trying to get Jay-Z involved. They might be grasping at stones. They might be grasping at stones once fucking Drake. Yeah, Drake, nigga, you've been fucking with little young girls your whole career. Yes, nigga. It's videos of you, and not only that, you stupid motherfuckers that get on Twitter when it was Twitter and tweet about, oh, so and so just turned 18. Oh, now I can try to get at her. So that meant Millie Bobby Brown, the girl that played 11 on Stranger Things. This nigga wanted to get with her. There's some crazy motherfuckers out there, man. Do I want to be a success in the entertainment business and media? You fucking right. But my whole goal, and people that know me the best, people that know why I'm doing this, and this is the reason why I probably haven't just broken out yet or gotten to the plateau where I need to be, because the powers that be, not necessarily people on earth, but the spiritual part of it, knows my heart and knows what I want to do to help. If I ever get a chance to help people It's over. It's going to be a gang of motherfuckers who are not downtrodden and not doing well. That's going to be doing a whole hell of a lot better than they were. And their whole mindset and their whole thought process is going to be given a boost. And they'll be like, you know what? I got a fucking chance to make it because of Puzzle Piece Foundation and Corner Store Media and Mr. Dexter Davis, a.k.a. Doc Savage, the man of bronze, old man Dex himself. And that's truly my fucking heart. And those who know me the best know I talk about this all the time. I may never get to where I need to be in this world or in the entertainment. I may never get there. And you know what? I'll die a happy man knowing that I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to get rich to become a piece of shit and do people in. And I'm just not one of them people. There's all type of people from Bow Wow to Usher and Justin Bieber that have been rumored, unsubstantiated, but rumored to have been groomed by Diddy. His Southern girl just said, do that, Dex. I appreciate you. I'm going to try my best to keep on keeping on. And she also mentioned the bed that Diddy has made for himself. He got the lie in it now. I had said that, Sonya, you can attain or attest to me saying something similar to that the other day. The bed that these people have made for themselves, they got the lie in it. We can't save you guys from your own inhibitions and your own problems and the things that you got to work on. We can't save you from it. We cannot. All we can do is pray from you from afar and hope that not only if you do go to prison, that hopefully you come out, or well, at least learn something there. Don't get killed, don't get raped, because you probably gonna end up getting raped because of all of this shit that they're talking about. And I don't want that for you, I swear to God. But the cats in there been living, you know damn well there's some people in that jail that see you coming. And they're going to be like, nigga, you had the chance to be, you out there living it up, doing great. You should have been helping people. Come here and let me grease up your booty real quick. Ain't you the lube king? Because that's the bed you made for yourself. You could have been out here doing great things for people. And you probably have given to charity. You probably have done some things. But that doesn't outweigh the bullshit you was doing on the other side. You got sons to raise, grown-ass boys, and they look just like your ass, man. They look just like you. And look how distraught and sad they look coming into the damn court, seeing their father indicted on the bullshit you've been doing. Some of them boys know about your antics, man. How do you feel about that, bro? I'm keeping it 100 with you, Diddy. And Jay, if you had anything to do with any of this stuff, the freak out part, Dame Dash should be fucking happy as hell that he done got broke behind your bullshit. Like, you still in that company from him or distancing yourself from him for whatever reason. You could have came to the man like, look, man, I'm not fucking with you no more. I'm about to go here, take this little bread and go on, whatever. I'm on the outside looking in on that, man. You probably see this video. You probably don't give two fucks because you're a billionaire. You probably don't give two fucks when you see this. But I'm going to say this, bro. Everything you do in this world, depending on what it is, up or down, good or bad, will come back on you. Now, if you're doing good, guess what? That's what's going to come back. Not a lot of times. A lot of times when you're doing good, you get attacked for doing good. Because that's the way the other dude worked, the dark one. He tries to stop you from loving God and trying to help people. But most of the time, you do the right thing, great shit gonna come back to you. It'll bring you to tears how much you've helped somebody else with the money you have. It will. But instead, everybody's about indulgement, drinking, partying. Y'all grown-ass men. I could see if you was doing that shit up to like 35. But after 35, y'all niggas down there 50-something years, 60 years old now. You should be thinking that shit is done, man. It's time to chill. Go on the boat and all that and everything. But you ain't got to have 20, 30 chicks. I don't know, man. And they be young, they be 20, 30 years younger than you. But a lot of times you be having these freak out parties with little young men. That's the reason why they got your ass in jail, bro. You got men coming, nigga. Men. Y'all niggas is burnt, bro. Y'all is some burnt out ass niggas. Burnt out. It is what it is. I just had to go ahead and report this. Like I said, it's unsubstantiated, y'all. But rumors and the reports, not the rumors, reports are coming out every day about all of this stuff. I got one more thing to play before I get up out of here. And this is Donald Trump. I hate to segue into this, but this actually means a lot too. This is what he said about the Jewish people just earlier today. This man is a nut for sure. Check it out.
I should be getting 40% of the vote. I'm the one that's protecting you. All across our land, you've seen Jewish Americans harassed and attacked and terrorized by anti-Semites and Hamas sympathizers. If we don't win this election, Israel, in my opinion, within a period of 2 to 3 years, will cease to exist. It's going to be wiped out. That's what's going to happen. It's a tough thing to say, but what difference does it make from my standpoint? I have to tell you the truth, and maybe you'll be energized, because there's no way that I should be getting 40% of the vote. I'm the one that's protecting you. If I do win, Israel will be safe and secure, and we will stop the toxic poison of anti-Semitism from spreading all over America and all over the world. We'll get it stopped. But if I don't win, I believe Israel will be eradicated. And you can't let that happen. And I don't think you will let that happen. So you have to, Rabbi, you have to get everybody together and you have to get them to vote, because it's craziness to say I'm at 40%. And when I heard that.
That's the key part of this whole video. He's afraid that in November, which he will be, he's going to be defeated by Kamala Harris. He's going to be defeated by her. His numbers are plummeting. Remember, he was just saying the other day, oh, we got record numbers. We're at 60%. He lies so much that it's not even fucking funny. Now he's afraid, and he's fear-mongering the Jewish people, because he knows the Jewish people really run this country. The Rockefellers, no, I'm not the Rockefellers. The Rothschilds family bought the United States back in the had to be the 1800s for like $300 million. This whole fucking country was bought when $300 million was like $3 trillion. Go look that up. It's a newspaper article that I saw. You can look it on TikTok, whatever. The Rothschild family bought the United States of America. The Jewish community, which I am not an anti-Semite, hell, black people are Jews. We're the original Jews, if you didn't know that. And European Jews took that religion and summarily were given by President Truman, the help of President Truman at the time when he was president, were given the area they were given to be called Israel in the country of Palestine. Why would they choose that particular country to reside in? Well, first off, it's near the motherland, and it was very fertile and beautiful, and it's like an oasis. And they knew that they could do that to the Palestinian people, who weren't rich. They were very nomadic. They're Arabs. So they knew they took that land from them and started to squeeze them more and more every decade closer to the West Bank. And that's where they ended up, that little small portion next to the Red Sea or the Mediterranean. I forget which sea it is. I think it's the Mediterranean or the Red Sea. Don't quote me on that. But they had them on the West Bank. And that's basically, and they restrict their movements and everything. They pretty much took that country over. And all the weapons that they have, everything that they have and they use is American made, from the airplanes to the drones, the missile systems. All of it is given by the American people. There's a tie-in with that those Jews and the United States. That's why they come here with impunity. The Jewish people. And the Jewish people know they have another land. If it cracks off over in America, if some kind of weird shit start going over here, the Jews that are here can go to Israel. They have dual citizenship. They'll be given a home, free education, all that shit. Something that they don't do here in the United States. Ask yourself why that is. Ask yourself why we're always persecuted and they found a young man hung. There's been a second person found hung in the state of Kentucky. Another black man was hung. That's out. This is a crazy ass world we live in. Crazy. And the only thing we can do as Black Americans is keep working hard to take care of your families and make yourself wealthy enough so you can have some choices. You can make some decisions on whether you want to still be in this country, man, or do you want to just change things within it? You got to be able to have Diddy money, but not Diddy deviancy. You got to be moral in your decision making. The only way it's going to work is if you do it that way. This your boy OMD Dex 300, man. This has been episode 122 of the Corner Store Podcast. I appreciate y'all being here. Remember, always keep the one and only God first. Work hard. Love your family. Whatever you want to be in this country, no matter how hard they're trying to make it on us, no matter how difficult and how many roadblocks they put in front of you, can't nothing stop God's will for you to become a success. It's your boy OMD. I'm going to holler at y'all. Catch you next time.